Have you ever found yourself staring at the ceiling at 2 a.m., wondering why sleep just doesn't come as easily as it used to? Maybe you used to drift off without a care in the world, and now, well, it feels like you have to fight for every minute of rest. You toss, you turn, you look at the clock, and before you know it, the sun is up, and you feel like you've barely closed your eyes. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. As we get older, especially after 40, sleep changes. It becomes lighter, more fragmented, and sometimes it feels like the good nights are fewer and farther between. But here's the good news: it doesn't have to be that way. A good night's sleep isn't something we leave behind in our younger years. With just a few small changes, you can sleep better, and wake up feeling more refreshed, more alive, and more like you again. In today's video, we're diving into something that affects all of us at some point: sleep. But not just any sleep. We're talking about how to get the kind of deep, restful sleep that leaves you energized and clear-headed, even if you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond. We're going to talk about simple changes you can make, starting tonight, to help your body and mind ease into rest, naturally, peacefully, and without needing to rely on sleeping pills or endless remedies. So, let's talk about the first thing that can quietly sabotage your sleep, without you even realizing it: your evening routine. It sounds simple, right? But think about it. What do you usually do in the hour before bed? Do you watch TV? Scroll through your phone? Maybe you sit with a bright light on, reading the news or working on a crossword? All of these things seem harmless, but they're actually sending mixed signals to your brain. You see, your brain needs cues, gentle, consistent signs that say, hey, it's time to wind down. But bright lights, screens, even exciting or emotional shows, can trick your brain into staying alert. It's like revving up your engine when you should be slowing it down. So here's a little shift that can make a big difference. Create a gentle wind-down ritual every night. About an hour before bed, start dimming the lights in your home. Turn off screens, or at least switch them to night mode. Let your body start to feel the change from day to night. You could take a warm shower, sip on some caffeine-free herbal tea, or do some light stretching. Maybe listen to soft music or an audiobook with a calming voice. It doesn't have to be anything elaborate, just something that tells your body, we're slowing down now. This small habit can help trigger the production of melatonin, the hormone that tells your body it's time to sleep. And over time, your brain begins to associate these calming activities with bedtime, making it easier to fall asleep without the struggle. Now, let's talk about something most people don't expect: your sleep environment. You might think your bedroom is just fine, but little details can quietly steal your rest. Is the room too warm? Too noisy? Is there a street light shining through the window, or a blinking light from a device that you've gotten used to? All of these things can interfere with your sleep, even if you don't consciously notice them. Your bedroom should feel like a retreat: cool, dark, and quiet. If you're waking up in the middle of the night feeling sweaty or uncomfortable, try lowering the temperature a little. A cooler room, somewhere around 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit, is ideal for most people. And if there's light coming in, invest in blackout curtains. It may seem like a small thing, but darkness is essential for deep, restorative sleep. And sound? That's another silent intruder. Even low-level noises, like a humming appliance or distant traffic, can disturb your sleep cycles. Try a white noise machine, a fan, or a calming sound app that plays soft rain or ocean waves. These create a steady background that helps mask sudden noises and can lull your mind into rest more easily. Now here's something else to think about, something most people overlook: your mattress and pillow. When was the last time you replaced them? If you're waking up with aches or feeling unrested even after a full night's sleep, it might be time to check in with your bed. A mattress that's too soft, too hard, or simply too old can make your body work harder through the night, constantly shifting to find comfort. And the same goes for your pillow. It should support your neck and keep your spine aligned. Sometimes we get so used to discomfort that we forget what real comfort feels like. So don't hesitate to treat your sleep setup like it matters, because it does. You spend a third of your life in bed. It should be a place your body looks forward to. As we ease into the rhythm of creating a more sleep-friendly lifestyle, there's another important piece to consider, one that has nothing to do with your bedroom, and everything to do with how you spend your day. You see, how you sleep at night is often shaped by how you live during the day. It's easy to forget this, but your body is always watching, always listening, and every choice you make, from what you eat to how you move, sends signals about how to function. So, let's talk about one of the biggest daytime influences on your sleep: movement. Now, I'm not talking about running marathons or going to the gym for hours. I mean simple, gentle movement throughout your day. Maybe a walk around the block after breakfast. Some gardening in the afternoon. Stretching while you listen to music. These small acts of movement don't just help your body stay strong, they also help regulate your internal clock, what doctors call your circadian rhythm. That internal rhythm is like your body's built-in sleep and wake cycle. And the more consistent movement you get during the day, especially in the morning or early afternoon, the more clearly your body knows when it's time to be alert and when it's time to rest. It's almost like telling your system, this is the day, and now it's over. Time to rest. But if you sit all day, especially in dim lighting or with little stimulation, your body gets confused. It might not get the signal that it's time to be awake, which then throws off your ability to fall asleep later. And remember, it's not just about being tired, it's about being tired at the right time. And speaking of timing, let's talk about something else that's often overlooked, sunlight. You might not think sunshine matters when it comes to sleep, but oh, it does. Your body needs natural light to anchor your sleep cycle. Getting outside, even for just 15 to 30 minutes in the morning, can make a world of difference. So tomorrow morning, try stepping outside with your coffee or tea. Let the sunlight hit your face. Don't wear sunglasses right away, just let your eyes take in the natural light. You might notice that your energy feels steadier during the day, and your body starts to feel ready for rest when night comes. Now, there's something we need to talk about that's a bit trickier, but very real: stress. Worry, that never-ending loop of thoughts that shows up right when you want peace the most. You lay your head down, and suddenly your brain wants to revisit every little detail of the day, or worse, of the past 10 years. Sound familiar? The truth is, many of us carry more mental noise than we realize. And that noise loves to come out when the world goes quiet. So what can we do about it? One of the most powerful tools I can offer is this: create a mental dump before bed. Keep a notepad near your bedside or on the kitchen table. About an hour before you plan to sleep, sit down and just write. Whatever's on your mind, tasks, worries, plans, regrets, let it out onto paper. You don't have to solve everything. Just give those thoughts a place to go that's not your pillow. This tiny ritual tells your brain, we've dealt with it for now. It's safe to let go. And it's amazing how something so small can ease the tight grip of stress and help your body drift into rest. But we're not done yet. There's another hidden culprit that can keep you up at night, and you might even think of it as your friend: caffeine. Most of us know not to drink coffee late in the evening, but here's the thing: caffeine can stay in your system much longer than you think. In some people, it can linger for up to 8 hours or more. That means even that 2 p.m. cup of coffee or afternoon soda could be quietly stealing your rest. If you're having trouble sleeping, try cutting off caffeine by early afternoon, say, around noon or 1 p.m. It doesn't mean you have to give it up entirely, but giving your body that extra time to clear it out can help you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. And while we're on the topic of what goes into your body, let's talk about food. Heavy dinners, rich desserts, spicy foods, all of them can interfere with sleep, especially if eaten too close to bedtime. Your body needs time to digest, and if it's still working hard on breaking down a big meal, it won't be able to relax into sleep mode. Instead, try finishing dinner at least 2 or 3 hours before you lie down. If you need a little something later, go for a light snack, something simple like a banana, a small bowl of oatmeal, or a handful of almonds. These can actually support sleep by providing magnesium and tryptophan, 2 nutrients your body uses to make melatonin. And one more thing: be gentle with yourself. So many people get caught in a cycle of trying to force sleep, and that pressure only makes it worse. If you find yourself lying awake, try not to panic. Don't stare at the clock or start calculating how little time you have left. Instead, try getting up, going to a different room, and doing something quiet in dim light, like reading a calming book or doing some deep breathing. Then, once you feel sleepy again, go back to bed. Sleep is not a battle, it's a surrender. And when we learn to create the right conditions, inside and out, rest often comes more easily than we expect. It's interesting, isn't it? How sleep, something we once did so effortlessly, becomes more elusive as we get older. But the truth is, it's not because something is broken in us. It's often because our lives have shifted, and our bodies are simply responding. The good news is, we can shift back. We can reteach our bodies how to rest, how to feel safe enough to let go. And one way to do that is to create what I like to call a sleep sanctuary. Think about it: Your bedroom should feel like a peaceful retreat, not a cluttered office or a noisy entertainment center. Many people don't realize that their environment is constantly sending messages to their brain. If your room is full of distractions, bright lights, loud TVs, scattered piles of stuff, your body doesn't fully relax. Start by looking around your space. Is your bed comfortable? Are your sheets soft and clean? Is the room cool, dark, and quiet? These may seem like small details, but together, they build an atmosphere of calm. And if noise is an issue, whether from the street or inside your home, try a white noise machine or a fan to mask disruptive sounds. Sometimes, a little background hum can be more soothing than silence. Lighting is another piece of the puzzle. Your body naturally produces melatonin, the sleep hormone, when the environment gets darker. But if you're staring at bright screens late into the evening, your brain may think it's still daytime. That's why so many people struggle to wind down after watching TV in bed or scrolling through their phones. A good rule of thumb? Dim the lights about an hour before sleep. Turn off harsh overhead bulbs, and maybe use a soft bedside lamp instead. This gentle shift signals to your body that the day is ending. And if you can, try avoiding screens at least 30 to 60 minutes before bed. I know that's not always easy, but replacing that time with something like gentle stretching, meditation, or even a short conversation with a loved one can be surprisingly grounding. Now, I want to touch on something that might surprise you: alcohol. Many people believe a glass of wine or a nightcap helps them fall asleep, and yes, it might make you drowsy at first. But as the alcohol wears off, it can actually disrupt your sleep cycle, especially in the second half of the night. You may find yourself waking up more often, feeling restless, or even having vivid dreams that leave you more tired in the morning than you were the night before. If you do enjoy a drink in the evening, try to have it earlier, maybe with dinner rather than just before bed. And on some nights, see how you sleep without it. You might notice a difference in how deeply you rest, and how refreshed you feel when you wake up. There's also something beautifully simple, but powerful, that I encourage everyone to try: having a consistent bedtime and wake-up time. Yes, even on weekends. Our bodies love rhythm. When you go to sleep and wake up at the same time each day, your internal clock becomes stronger and more reliable. Falling asleep gets easier, and waking up feels less like a chore. This doesn't mean you have to be rigid. Life happens, but even aiming for a consistent window, say, between 10 and 11 p.m. for sleep, and 6 to 7 a.m. for waking, can help regulate your system in a way that brings long-term benefits. And if you're thinking, but I wake up in the middle of the night no matter what I do, you're not alone. Nighttime waking is very common after 40, especially if your body is adjusting to hormonal changes, stress, or health shifts. The key is to remain calm. Waking up during the night isn't necessarily a problem. What matters is how easily you can return to sleep. If you wake up, don't turn on the lights, and try not to check your phone. Instead, focus on your breathing. Inhale slowly through your nose for a count of 4, hold it gently for 4, and then exhale through your mouth for 6 or 8 counts. This simple breath pattern calms the nervous system, quiets the mind, and often helps you drift back to sleep without even realizing it. Another comforting tool is gratitude. It might sound small, but taking a moment, before sleep or during a wakeful moment, to recall just 3 things you're grateful for can shift your mindset. Gratitude softens the body, quiets the critical voice in our heads, and brings us back to a place of peace. It reminds us that even in the middle of struggle, there is still good, still warmth, still hope. Because sleep, at its core, is not just a biological function. It's emotional, it's spiritual, it's an act of trust. You're trusting that the world will hold while you rest, that you'll wake up tomorrow still strong, still breathing, still you. And that's a beautiful thing. So if you've been struggling with sleep, know this: you're not broken. You're not alone, and you're not too old to change. Your body still knows how to rest. It may just need a little guidance, a little compassion, and a little consistency to find its way back. When we begin to treat sleep as something sacred, not just a leftover part of the day, but a gift we give ourselves, we start to feel the shift. Not overnight, but gradually. One peaceful night turns into 2. A week later, you notice you're not dragging your feet in the morning. Maybe your thoughts are a little clearer, your mood's a little lighter. These aren't small victories. These are signs that your body is remembering how to heal. And yes, sometimes, despite all your best efforts, sleep might still feel difficult. Maybe it's pain, maybe it's worry, maybe it's just one of those nights when your mind won't turn off. In those moments, the most powerful thing you can do is release the pressure to sleep. Let go of the frustration. Remind yourself, rest is still valuable, even if I'm not asleep. Just lying in the dark, breathing deeply, letting your muscles relax, that has healing power, too. You're still giving your body something good. It's easy to feel like we've lost control of things as we age. Our joints ache, our eyesight dims, our energy fluctuates. But sleep is one of the few things we can gently influence, day by day, choice by choice. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. A better night's sleep is not out of reach. In fact, it may be closer than you think. So, let's take a breath together, right here, right now. Inhale and exhale. Feel that moment of stillness? That's the place where rest begins. Not in the to-do lists, not in the worries, but in this quiet moment, when you choose to care for yourself. And if all this still feels like a lot, here's a little secret. You don't have to fix everything at once. Maybe tonight you just dim the lights a bit earlier. Maybe tomorrow you take a short walk in the morning sun. Maybe this weekend you clear off your nightstand and make your bedroom a little calmer. Each small step builds a path that leads not just to better sleep, but to a better life. Because when you sleep better, you feel stronger. You think more clearly, you're more patient with your loved ones. Your body heals more efficiently. Your heart feels a little more open. It's not just about getting more hours of sleep, it's about getting better sleep. Deeper sleep, restorative sleep, the kind that cradles you and carries you into a new day with purpose and peace. You deserve that, not just because sleep is important, but because you're important. Your health, your joy, your peace of mind, they matter. It doesn't matter if you're 40, 60, or 85. It's never too late to rest well, to feel renewed, and to live fully. So here's what I want you to remember as we wrap up. You are not stuck. No matter how long you've struggled, things can get better. Your body still listens. Your mind still responds to love and patience. And tonight could be the beginning of something new. A quiet kind of healing that starts not with noise or effort, but with rest. If anything we talked about today resonates with you, I'd love to hear from you. Share your thoughts in the comments. What's helped you sleep better? Or what are you struggling with most at night? Let's support one another. This is a community, and your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a like, and subscribe to the channel. We have more videos like this coming, gentle, supportive, and made just for you. Until next time, take care of yourself. Honor your rest, and remember, peaceful sleep is not a luxury, it's your birthright. Here's to living your best life at any age, starting with a good night's sleep.